Hello everyone, I'm here with a new process video. I am working on some photos from San Francisco and I have a double page layout happening here. 3x8 on this side, 6x8 on this side. But as you can see, this is a somewhat unusual page protector style. I'm gonna be honest, this is my least favorite style. But I have them. I've been trying to work through what I have for a long time. And I have something that fits. I've got this bookmark that I picked up. So I thought, all right, I've got a page that will fit that. I better use it. My problem here is this is what's on the back. It's boring. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to cover this up. But cover it with what is the question. So I'm not sure if I should just use pattern paper and some embellishments, do pattern paper, but then put white on top somewhere to do journaling. I'm not sure. And over here on this side, this pocket is filled, which is great. I love this from the outside of the museum. And then this one's empty, but I have this. This is the sticker you get when you pay to go in. And I just stuck it on the back of the receipt they gave me so that I could save it, and I'll just cut around it. So I have the option. I can cut it and use it here on a card, or use a ready-made card and put this over here too. I'd have to trim off the edges a little bit, but it wouldn't lose anything of what it says. So I have options here. I'm wondering if maybe I should look for a card first, because if I see something that I really like as is, then that kind of solves this problem for me. I know it'll have to go on the back of there if that's what I'm going to do. So I'm kind of doing actually, I guess, 3 pages at once, because this is a standalone. It doesn't go with what will be on the other side of it. So we'll see how much I can get done. Hopefully I can get to all 3. I found a card that I think might work with this. It's got several shades of blue, which are happening here, kind of teal and blue, which I like. There's room for journaling, and the fact that it's got palm trees. That's very fitting for California. So I think I'm going to use that. I hadn't planned to journal that much really on this side, but I guess I will. I could also add some embellishments if I want, stickers or what have you, but maybe I'll end up just journaling, and that's fine. So that means that this is going to go on the back side of this. So I'll just hold that in reserve for now. But since I've picked this out, now I have to figure out how else I'm going to embellish here. And I do have some museum specific things, but I don't remember exactly what I have in there. So I'm going to pull out that bin and just start sorting through that stuff. When I went into my museum bin, I found this in there. These are just digital items that I had available. Can't remember, it might be some historical set. Can't remember why I even have these. But obviously I printed these and then never cut them out. I think I want to cut out this one. I kind of like that, and maybe, because it's next to the lion here, I could put it up top, or it actually would look best here, I think, above the name, but maybe I need to switch these then so that those 2 colors aren't next to each other. But I like the idea of that, so I'm going to at least cut out that one, and then, I don't know, we'll see about the rest of them. I have fussy cut this piece here. It's ready to go. And I am going to place it right there. I decided I did switch the photo, so now the lion is up top. I think it looks fine that way. Get this adhered. Then I have to figure out if I want something on either photo. Let's go pretty much in the middle. Let's see. Yes, good. Okay. I probably don't want anything here then, because this is here. So it's got to be maybe here, or even better in the upper corner, because it's kind of dead space. If I lose a little of the tree and sky, that's not a big deal. I do have, these are more historical in nature, these phrase strips, but I do have phrase strips that are specific to different kinds of museums. So I will go through those as well. In my museum phrases, I actually found something. I forgot it was in there, but this is another piece from some digital set. It was either in a creative bubble. It almost has to be in a creative bubble, I think. But I found it in there, and I think it works well because it's got this blue tone here. And I have that in the sky in both pictures. I've got some of it here, so I think it'll be fine. But because of how dark it is, it looks better covering the lion like that. So I think that's what's going to happen. I either have to overlap it on this side or on this side. You know what, actually here is probably too close. So it'll have to be this side. So I may just cut it off right at the line there. That kind of makes an easy stopping point, and then I don't lose anything in the font area. I pulled out my teal and aqua turquoise, all of those color ranges. I pulled out my ephemera pieces, and I actually found one that I think I want to use here. And it actually will hang off over the top of the card. And I think I'm just going to do it like that, kind of off center, more to the left. And I think I'm just going to write the date in there because this was the first thing we did on day 3. So it's the start of the day. It seems logical I should put the date in there. So that's my plan. All right, here it is. I have my tab attached there. I have the date written in, and then I can do my journaling. And I probably will do that off camera. So I'm just going to put this in the pocket to kind of signal that this side is done. So this is the front view. Now all I really have to worry about is the back. So I'm gonna just kind of move this out of the way because I don't need that one. And now I can focus on this. The bookmark has to come out because now I'm gonna have to cut this down and figure out where to place it. And I think it's gonna have to be towards the bottom because this sticker matches what's on the pillar here. I don't want those next to each other. That's like, what's the point? But if I could use it down here, that would be great. I found the paper that I want to use to cover most of the back of this bookmark. This is not a perfect match with this blue, but it's light enough. Everything else I had was too far off the mark, so I think going with that one is fine. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this top part. I kind of like that angle, it's interesting. So I'll have to cut this to kind of make that fit if I can figure out how to do that. And then it will just cover the rest of this, which I think, you know, is fine. And then I've already cut this down. I know it's a little bit too wide. It's a little bit larger than this 2-inch here. So I'll have to trim that down a little bit. But when I look at all these together, see a little bit of the white, hopefully, and then the blue and this, like, I think that's a good match. Okay, I have my bookmark cut down here. I left an angle there, which I like, and then I have this, which I'm going to put down here. Could do a little bit more if I wanted to just leave some space. And then I'm trying to figure out, like, what am I gonna do with the rest of this? Am I gonna journal something? I'm not quite sure, like, what else to do with that empty space, but you know what, I'll figure it out. When I was trying to figure out what else to match with this that I could put on here, I realized, oh, I've got like this, you know, pewter looking statue here outside. I could maybe do something with that. It looks very, very like dark gray or black. And so I'm wondering if I can just take some washi and like put it along here also at an angle. And I have this script one. This is almost gone. This might actually allow me to finish up another roll of washi. I added a strip of washi there and I love the way it looks. I think that helps to have a little bit of black there. I still don't know like what I'm going to do in between. Maybe I'll just do like some ink splattering or something. But you know what? That did not help me completely finish out the roll. I still have some left, but that's fine. I will get there eventually. In looking at this and trying to figure out like what else could I do there, I was thinking about, oh, maybe I could just do some black and white phrases. So I pulled out this set, Big Chat from Tim Holtz. I've had this forever. I actually think I have 2 of the Big Chat, 1 of the small chat, and then a different one that's all like snarky sayings. And let me tell you, those don't get used nearly enough. But these, like, I've used them somewhat, but I still have quite a bit left. I do think a white background with black font is probably the better choice, just because I don't want to overwhelm this. But I will, you know, I'll just look at the phrases that I have left and we'll see. I have figured out at least 2 of these that I want to use. I want to use the one, no, it's on the next page, sorry. Imagination, there it is, and then possibility. And I would love a third, but none of the rest of these are jumping out at me that go with that right now. That doesn't mean I won't change my mind, but right now I'm thinking imagination and possibility, and I'm just gonna layer them right here. I've decided I'm going to do a little bit ink splattering because I like this, but I need something else. And I thought about doing black, but I felt like maybe that would make it too dark. So I'm gonna go with white, and hopefully that works out. If it's too light, doesn't work, I could add some black if I wanted to. You can never tell how ink splattering is going to go, and I had a little bit of a glop happen down there. So I'm not sure quite how that's going to dry, but whatever, it's there. I don't want to mess with it till I see that it's dry. And then over here, this was a little bit more even, but I kind of have this blank space in the middle, but it is what it is. I don't want to overdo it. I already feel like I got a little too much over here, and it's fine. Now I just have to figure out how to finish this out. Is there one more phrase that I could pull from here that would work on the photos? Or maybe I'll just decide, you know what, the photos don't need it and it's good. But I'm gonna try this one more time. All right, I've decided, I think, I'm going to do destination, because this shows where we ended up. That was our destination for the day. And then I can put it, let me get this out here. I can put it to the left, since these are sitting on the right side of the page, like so. I can put the phrase over here. Okay, I added that, and I like the way that looks. I don't think it needs anything else, but I'm not convinced this is totally dry. This one looks like it's not yet, so I'm just going to leave that be. I'm not going to put it in the page protector yet, but at least here's another one done for San Francisco. Thanks for watching.